gives boost to Qatar's rich heritage and culture. The National Museum of Qatar is a national museum in Doha, Qatar. The current building opened to the public on 28 March 2019, replacing the previous building which opened in 1975. The building was designed by architect Jean Nouvel, who was inspired by the desert rose crystal, which can be found in Qatar. The museum site includes Sheikh Abdullah bin Jassim Al-Thani's palace, which is the head of the Qatari national identity. As of 2013, the director of the museum is Sheikh. National Museum of Qatar. Interconnected galleries take visitors on a visual journey through Qatar, telling the story of the country from the prehistoric to the modern era. Designed by Pritzker Prize-winning architect Jean Nouvel, the National Museum of Qatar draws inspiration from and recreates the naturally occurring crystal formations known as the Desert Rose, built around Sheikh Abdullah bin Jassim Al-Thani's original palace and the seat of government for 25 years. The National Museum of Qatar gives boost to Qatar's heritage whilst celebrating its future. It spans a whopping 430,500 square feet. The National Museum of Qatar is easily accessible via car or taxi. Uber is widely used, alternatively car carried. The distance from Hamad International Airport is approximately 15 minutes. The nearest metro station is National Museum Line. Visitors learn about Qatar's ancestors and the formation of its early cities, with the museum charting the country's history and progress through the centuries. Exhibitions combine historic objects and contemporary influences, opening up a dialogue around the impact of rapid change. The National Museum of Qatar's striking facade features interlocking cantilever discs, with the museum spanning 430,500 square feet. Designed by Pritzker Prize-winning architect Jean Nouvel, the National Museum of Qatar draws inspiration from the country's history and its geology. The museum itself recreates the naturally occurring mineral crystal formations known as the Desert Rose. Occurring solely in arid coastal regions, the Desert Rose is a natural architectural structure created through the interaction of wind, sea spray and sand over millennia. The National Museum of Qatar is home to a multitude of archaeological and heritage objects, manuscripts, photographs, jewelry, and costumes. These objects bring to life the story not only of Qatar, but also the region. Ensuring the collection is the Peel Carpet of Baroda, commissioned by the Maharaja of Baroda, India in 1865. It comprises over 1.5 million pearls, as well as diamonds, rubies, emeralds and sapphires set in gold and woven onto a base of silk and fine deer hide, and illustrates how widely used gemstones were in the region. The museum houses 11 galleries through which visitors can witness the changing fortunes of this peninsular nation. Each gallery offers perspective and a multi-sensory experience, is auditory through sound, such as music and oral histories, visual through film and archival images, olfactory, with aromas evoking particular times and places. The museum complex includes permanent and temporary galleries, a 220-seat auditorium, 2 caves, a restaurant, a gift shop, separate facilities for stroll groups and VIPs, heritage research centres, conservation laboratories and museum collection storage. The museum tour ends in the central house or courtyard where merchants would unload their merchandise. This tradition lives on in the weekend market that takes place here through winter. The National Museum of Qatar is walking distance to the Museum of Islamic Art and the Corniche, to a central waterfront promenade, as well as Al-Bida Park, which ensures the traditional standing market, subway home to caves, shops, galleries and more. The regenerated Mshirib downtown neighborhood is adjacent to Subway and contains the Mshirib Museums, which offer evocative glimpses into Qatar's past, in the very homes inhabited by its people.